Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to Thief, the Black Parade, where we are just having it is a non-stop cavalcade of technical issues behind the scenes. I am so ready to be done with this and trying to record footage from programs that came out in a year that began with a 2, you know? Okay, so we just have a lot of stuff left to steal. We do have now some keys. Where are we at on the stealing front? We are at 1200, so we're not actually that far away. But we do need to find Dubridge's amulet. In particular, in theory, this key that we got is described as a master key, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was that door at the top of that big staircase that we could not access before. That it might be there. Yeah, there is a place that's noted as a shrine. I wouldn't necessarily expect it to be there. It's not like a holy thing that they're worshiping, I don't think.
I shall build shelters from the winds.
Wizard guards.
As soon as I find you, you're dead.
I didn't even clock that dude there, if I'm honest. I was so looking to the left. It's gonna be a long day, Amabel. I can tell you that right now. Also, health-wise, I've been having a rough couple of days. Ooh, that stuff's fine.
I know you have, sweet.
To stir
Shit.
will only bring death. I shall steal your
So I'm carrying that energy. I'm carrying a kind of deathly ill energy into the Let's Play that everybody always loves.
I mean, that's more energy than most of the Let's Players that I've seen.
Aha. Perfect darkness. Now what will they do? Where can I have gone?
Have you considered that you would be more successful if you didn't have as much enthusiasm and curiosity and didn't care as much about the product? That seems to work for other people.
Revealed himself to me.
You're a pincushion.
Shit, he saw me.
We'll teach you to mess with us.
Dodging, still stealing shit off the table while we're fighting. Ugh. Ugh. Close.
Yeah, this is has a bit more. Oh,
He said do not flee, so I'm throwing him off by fleeing. He'll never expect that. Ow, fuck.
yeah.
Can you believe that strategy didn't work?
This does seem a bit
Also,
more...
what the fuck is with the density of the guards all of a sudden? That was 5 guards in 2 rooms that we encountered?
Yeah, see, I was expecting that when the twist happened, and it didn't. And like,
I mean, it did. A billion guards came upstairs. It's just that they were easily evaded.
yeah, I mean, this is more what I was expecting, I guess, when the twist happened.
So hold on. Can I get down into here with the key that we found? All right. So far, the master key has not disappointed us yet. I don't know for sure that I expect there to be a lot of value down here, but it is at least a place to check out. Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Maybe there's actually kind of a lot of basement?
I mean, if we had a castle, which, I don't think we would. I don't think we're castle people.
I would never. Yeah. Just
But if we
just
had
the
a castle-
thought of the cleaning and upkeep associated with this place. Hell, even just the thought of the cleaning and upkeep associated with this vent that I'm currently crawling around in has me very upset.
Yeah, but I would want there to be a fair amount of basement. That feels about right.
You know what I like is when things are on the same floor.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
First of all, stairs, terrible idea. Horrible invention. One of mankind's biggest mistakes. Secondly, No, that's pretty much it. I just hate stairs.
No, I get it. Have you ever been to a castle?
I don't know who spoke the line, "You dented the armor a little." I don't think it was this guy. But we got some weird subtitles there. No, I've never been to a castle. What on earth?
What?
How could you possibly think that I have ever been to a castle?
I mean,
I live in the United States of America. We don't have castles here.
we do. We have a castle in this state. I've been to it. It cost me $5.
It's a fake castle. That's not a real castle.
I mean, it's a castle that was built in like 1920.
Exactly. That's a
small
fake castle.
But it is a castle.
That's a fake castle. You're splitting hairs to make me look like an asshole, and I won't stand for it.
No, I'm not. I'm not splitting asshole hairs.
That is not a phrase that I want to hear.
Oh, I don't like this.
Dead Burrick storage? This is where they store the dead Burricks? For some reason?
Oh.
Huh.
You know,
I just found a mine.
good.
Why were they storing spare pews and explosives in the same room?
I never went to college. You know this, but
Okay. All right.
good start.
I really like that as an answer to almost anything.
but when I was in high school, I had to choose a college. Like, it was a thing that they required that you choose a college to apply to.
Yep.
So I chose one college in particular, which was what was at the time called Beaver College, and my the advisor guy, a guidance counselor, was like, "Why do you want to go to this college?" And I said, "Because they have a castle. Because they have a castle on the campus. That's so cool." I did not go to. You already know this. I opened.
Yeah, you opened with "I did not go to college." Okay, so what is it that's cool about there being a castle on campus? Why does that make it a desirable college?
I mean, I get to go to a castle.
You just want to be where the castle is.
I mean, can you honestly tell me that when you were a kid, you did not think castles were cool?
Yeah, I always thought the castles probably sucked.
I mean, they suck, but they're cool.
I mean, they're cool in the sense that they seem like they would always be cold.
So you never like.
That was my number one thing was like it seems like it would always be cold and drafty in a castle.
Yeah. Like I was a castle kid. I had books with like cutaways of like castle defenses, like illustrations.
Sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I was into
I love that shit.
pulp fantasy novels as well.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I want to be there. I can read about a person riding a dragon into battle and go, "Oh, that's pretty rad," and not want to ride a dragon or be anywhere near a battle.
Thought I
But
saw something.
But if you had the opportunity to see a dragon,
no.
you'd be
Oh,
okay
no.
with it.
Maybe. Maybe see. It depends on what is meant by see a dragon, because like that seems like a very dangerous thing to do. Do I have like a gas arrow or? It's so hard to select the upper kinds of arrows. Okay. Flashbang, flashbang, flashbang. Smoke bomb. Landmine.
Fall over.
I got him. Alright, flashbanged him, and then we just run past.
I like that he calls Hume pal.
You're dead, pal.
I'm gonna get you, buddy.
You're toast, bitch. I'm simply not going to allow him to open this door. And because he is not actively on me, I'm hoping that if he tries to open the door and it fails, he will just naturally wander back to his patrol path eventually. Yeah, some guards have big metal helmets. They do not blackjack so good.
So to be clear,
Yeah.
you would not want to go with me to a castle
I
to
mean,
visit.
the castle by itself is not very... Is there something cool? Do they do something there? I'll go with you if they sell big turkey legs.
No, the castle was owned by like a novelist in the 20s. He had it built to write in, and then like died a year later, so he never really got to use it. And it's basically is kept up as a museum of that guy's works.
You say that guy is this is a famous enough author that he was able to amass the money to build a castle.
Oh, yeah, Robert Curwood. He was extremely popular at the time. He wrote a lot of wilderness novels, like novels from the point of view of wolves or whatnot. Kind of in the same vein as like Jack London, but.
Okay, I've never read a Jack London book. I know that Jack London writes a lot of books that got the word wolf in the title. I did not realize they were from the point of view of the wolf.
There's at least one called The Wild, which is from the point of view of the wolf. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're like outdoors novels, and
Conceptually bizarre.
A lot of them were adapted into films at the time, but this is the 20s. This is the silent era where animal actor films were like a big deal. Like Rin Tin Tin was a huge deal and whatnot.
Right.
And so I think that's where he got a lot of his money, was being like frequently adapted at the time.
His films were getting optioned. Okay.
Yeah. And then like his books were selling really well at the time because, they didn't have comic books back. They didn't have Batman back then. They had some dog.
If you think about it, some dog is a lot like Batman.
Yeah. So it's, that novel certainly is no longer as popular. And I think his works in general are not well regarded or in print these days.
I heard a cough, but I know not whence. There's definitely someone in there. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think the approach that we took last time was all right.
Yeah. Just don't get killed.
I'm gonna drop through here and go a different way. I know it looks like I'm just looping around, but I'm covering my bases here.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Kerwood Castle the same time I went onto the battleship that's on one of the lakes that they just have for people to walk around in.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever go onto a battleship?
Why would what? What is this line of questioning? Hey, Amabel, I don't know if you remember, we're doing sort of an entertainment product over here. That was you telling a story to a viewer. Hey, would you guys ever step onto like a boat or maybe like a house, but if it was big, or... I love you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just, we're in a kind of a. It feels like a bit of a lull in the episode as we're trying to figure out where.
Oh, I definitely agree, and that is why I need you to step it up. I am currently providing no entertainment value, and one of us needs to.
I thought I was.
Alright, there's not a lot of value down... Oh, hold on.
Yes.
You would think men as wealthy as these foreigners would allow themselves to eat a king's feast every day, but no, they devour seeds and dry fruits with an occasional awful gruel. How do you want to obtain sour gruel anyway? Or boil seeds in red wine and add an apple? They don't even have mouths. Why are they paying me so much if all they ever do is eat like inbred plebs? And the others? Oh, better not think about it. Sausages and bread and sausages every day. I tried to have them taste our hot cuisine by preparing some galantine and a golden sole with its bourgeois sauce, and they almost threw my cauldron in the face. The writing in this thing is so fucking strange. The only ones who appreciate my food here are the vermin stealing my cheese. Now, Lord de Wall knew what a good meal was. Sauce, flour, and most importantly, tons of fresh cream. What is this letter? To whom was this written? Is this a diary?
I think it's a diary. But
It sure doesn't look like a diary. It's like a loose sheet of paper among a bunch of rolled up scroll. They nearly threw my coffin in the face.
In the face.
In the face. You know how every castle has that one big face?
Yeah.
And if you anger it, well, we don't need to get into detail about that. Okay, so this is that big T-shaped table.
Careful. Tables to be dominant.
I mean, I've spent the last 3 years of my life assiduously avoiding as much tea as possible, so I hear what you're saying.
Is someone there?
If I don't get this thing out, there we go.
Nothing now.
I was gonna say, like, the lighting module, the lighting model is a little weird, but now that we've got the 3 candles on this side of the table down, we can hide out here on the carpet. So yeah, there are a lot of guards around here. Okay, that was another key. Okay, it was just another copy of this key. Yeah, this room is kind of a nexus for all of the guard patrol paths, it seems like, which is why we drew so much attention here so quickly. I know there's a little bit of money up this way, and I don't have any idea like how desperate we're gonna find ourselves for cash, so I kind of want to try to grab what we know is up here.
Good job.
Thank you. It is a very loud surface. Okay, I'm trying to walk on carpets as much as possible, but there are not carpets everywhere.
If only there was some kind of projectile we could fire to create the equivalent of carpet and then sneak across it, but
You mean like like carpet bombing?
Jesus Christ.
What?
Sweetie.
I'm American. That's where my brain goes right away.
I was making a humorous reference to the fact that you never use moss arrows.
And I was taking that reference and making it actually humorous.
Damn!
And burn in eternal fires. Who troubles the
Oh no.
to stir with
Why did you have to come this way? Why couldn't you go the other way? I am very well hidden.
cannot escape the inevitable.
There is no reason to think there's anyone in this
Call
corner.
upon
He
the
seems to have
elements
discovered
smite
me.
you.
Somehow, Amabel.
Immediately discovered you.
He seems to have immediately discovered me. Okay. Well, now we're doing something else.
Okay, and we're still going to try the top door now that we have a master key. Was that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of places we have yet to really like feel out with the key. Okay, so we got another one of those. No, actually, I don't think that guard is blackjackable. It can be a little hard to tell from a distance. Everything's kind of gray, and especially in the dark.
Alright, here we go. 21!
So your microphone's not really tuned for you to be quiet and then loud and then quiet.
Oh no.
So that didn't really land the way you wanted it to. But I think that, maybe that's fine. I'm sorry. I'm definitely being too mean.
You're being less mean than usual, so that works.
Wow. Well, I mean, I deserve that. It's not unfair. Alright, he's fine. There is a little gate down there. Not sure if I can climb over this. So when you are crouched, sometimes moving up to a thing and holding crouch against it will cause you to climb it while still crouched, thus fitting you into a space that you could only fit into while crouched. And sometimes pressing jump will cause you to jump, which uncrouches you. And it's never clear if you don't get a hook on something like this, it's never clear whether that's because you can't or because the game only interprets a climb command as a climb command like 60% of the time. So if you're wondering why I'm just jumping against that repeatedly, it's because I'm trying to figure out which version of the thing we're getting. All right, we've read all the text on these, but we didn't take any of this stuff for obvious reasons. Okay, nothing down here to steal anyway.
How do you feel about... I mean, I know the twist was obvious, but how do you feel about the structure of don't steal anything, and now you're going to steal the stuff you saw, the stuff you didn't take it before, and now...
It's fine, I guess. Like...
Does it give you any kind of novelty or in playing it, or does it... Okay.
There's some unique music in this room.
Yeah. That's significant, right?
Maybe. It's really quite hard to say.
What is that? Can't read that.
Takes forever for me to get my keys out. I keep going the wrong way, first of all.
I shall build shelters from the winds. Feel the
And these are not extinguishable lights at all?
burn in eternal fire.
There's somebody close. I can't tell what they're doing. Okay, he's going that way. And I think this is not a room we were in before. I'm fairly sure.
No.
Meiji Tarob, one of the scrolls of transmutation is missing. I was about to move a whole shelf worth of scrolls when I noticed that one of them was nowhere to be found. I reviewed the scrolls registry, but nobody took anything in ages. Could this be linked to that grunt that went missing about a week ago? You may not have heard of it, but apparently one of the mercenaries went to do his rounds but failed to report to the captain afterwards. They scoured the authorized grounds looking for him to no avail. I personally don't value their lives much, and I don't think these brutes can even read, but mayhaps this is linked somehow. If yes, how did he manage to intrude the Grand Library without anyone noticing? Okay, so trying to tell us for certain there is a way into the Grand Library. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder... We'll try to... Nope. Okay, great work. Cool. I'm trying to jump to this tree, but anytime you're trying to get like a moving jump off of a small surface, It's tricky. I don't even understand what is supposed to have happened there. I guess the idea is somebody nudged some stuff that was on this windowsill. So you have that knocked over cup and the...
Okay.
There's a guard over there. Okay, pretty decent little hiding spot here. In case we suddenly need it. I definitely don't think we were up here before. So we're getting something done at least. We're getting some new information, some new scouting.
You know, something that's really impressive. I'm just, looking at this thing about games came out around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Is having these large, and these are larger than were in the original game, but these large contiguous spaces not broken up by loading screens and whatnot. And I don't know, that's not my experience of games of the 90s. I don't have as much experience of them as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe for computer games it was more common not to have loading screens compared to console games. But it's like a technical achievement.
Will only bring death.
I mean, for sure, it's way more possible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about some of the levels in Doom are pretty large.
That's true. But the levels in Doom aren't actually 3D, though.
Yeah, that certainly helps. They're kind of like halfway,
But time is on my side.
halfway sort of jokey.
Cannot hide from the
Our
inevitable.
unwelcome guest revealed himself to me.
Wow, walking right to me, huh?
Return to the eternal fire.
By the way, I was trying to steal his lit up bag. It wouldn't let me.
Okay.
Cool. There's a guy standing directly in the doorway of the only escape. That's fun.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Do you have any more flash grenades?
I mean,
Or
it
do you have your
doesn't.
mine still?
If I was gonna kill him, I'd just kill him.
All right.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to. Still, it still says don't kill innocents.
Left alone.
Your corpse shall
Okay, well this
Okay. Well, that's
there's a lot of dudes. Everybody just gathered up in the bottleneck, which is a strategy. Certainly.
Something is amiss.
the air speaks to me.
You cannot change my.
That was weird. I did not do that, by the way. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he did magic about it. But I swung the blackjack, and at the last moment, like, it pivoted to the left. I did not move the mouse.
Do you see death in the field?
Oh, you're cool. You got a... You got a big staff. That seems neat. Congratulations on a big staff. You're probably important. This is not a stealable book, which I thought it might be. But let's take a moment to study.
okay.
Those who studied under the great Archmage Jordanus will have these words ingrained into their minds. Not sorcery, science. Indeed, the Archmage repeated these words like a mantra for good reason. Creating a spell is no different from brewing a potion, though this knowledge must of course be kept from the commons, as any man can draw symbols he saw in an old tome somewhere on a piece of papyrus, and suddenly find it imbued with strange properties. Such accidents are uncommon, and the scrolls created in this fashion are rarely potent, but this should give you, my reader, an idea of what runic magic can do when treated with knowledge. At this point, you should be familiar with runes and their basic properties, although an addendum with the most commonly used ones will be provided at the end of the book. The first mistake a new adept makes is trying to combine too many runes at once into a spell. While not an invalid method, this is reserved for archmages for a reason, as the more complex a spell gets, the more difficult it is to cast, and the higher chances of it backfiring. The second mistake comes from the inability to properly mix and match runes to create synergy. A spell that is made up of nothing but offensive runes will work, yes, but the caster might perish as well. Likewise, combining runes that do entirely different things into a single spell will render it either useless or much too unstable and therefore dangerous. There is no such thing as a universal spell. It is appropriate here to tell an anecdote about one such spell created by a novice fire adept who thought himself master. Who thought himself Master Tybalt, yet was barely able to light a torch from across a room. Oddly written. One night, upon briefly reading about rune synergy, he created something he called the Delicate Flame. It was imbued with healing properties and shone brightly in the dark, but its elemental essence was still that of a volatile inferno. When his colleague injured his hand while working with laboratory tools, the adept lit up with excitement to try his spell outside, invoking it at a fire shrine. One would think the accident was not an accident at all. In any case, he cast his spell on the colleague's arm, scorching it with flames of unnatural silvery color. The poor soul needed weeks to recover, and the arm had to be removed. The trick, you see, is to capitalize on a specific type of rune, and use extra ones for passive effects. In the next chapter, I will discuss one of the most common examples of such synergy, an offensive spell that also raises the caster's vigor. This almost sounds to me like it's a jokey reference to a magic system from another game or something.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, a dead end. Hi. I'm on top of him now.
Yes. Oh,
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an interesting kind of guard that doesn't exist in the base game, and they've got like custom attack logic and animations. Because there's first of all no guard that wields a polearm, and secondly no guard that does that sort of like two hands up stance. I will say that obviously they're trying to give them a stance that looks natural because the one-handed sword stance wouldn't with the polearm, but they've settled on a stance that also I don't know looks any better, honestly.
Yeah.
He's holding a whole like bardiche in this like weird sort of spear kind of. I guess is it a spear? It looked like it had an axe blade, right?
Yeah.
When he turns to the side, it'll be more obvious. Yeah. So it has a sharpened point, but he's holding it entirely in a like, almost like if he were to lower the haft, it would be like setting it against a charge. And that's a wild way to wield a thing like that against a man in a room.
Yeah. So, I would say, there's a lot of custom stuff in this
Yeah, for sure.
game, and a lot of it's pretty good. They can't all be the horse, though.
They can't all be the horse. Truer words never spoken.
It worked a little better this time. Okay.
I have rescued him. He owes me his life now. I doubt he will see it that way.
So, do you know where we are?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
Fully lost. Just kind of wandering. We're seeing cool stuff, though.
Yeah.
That almost worked. I was trying to do that thing where I fall and catch myself. Okay, so we're seeing more of the, like, Mage's Sanctum, like, water and fire themed areas. Like, look at that. That's nonsense. The sort of stuff that I thought that I was talking about being disappointed not seeing in an area called the Arcane Sanctum. So it's neat that this stuff does exist, and it's just kind of like off of the path that we climbed on our initial way up.
Something there.
So what I'm saying basically is that this strategy has been incredibly successful, and I'm sort of a genius at showcasing these games. Actually,
I agree.
Don't let me get away with that.
No, I mean, you're really... I made a joke earlier about how you might be more successful if you were not as good at your job. But, like, you're really good at your job. You're really good at... Like, one of the things I really love about spending time with you, not just here, but, like, off camera, is the way you teach and show things and help You show me things that you love or are frustrated by, and you help me understand why you love them or are frustrated by them, and help me then learn to love or be frustrated by them. You're very good at that. You're a very good communicator. Very good at bringing people to a work.
That's very sweet of you. All right, well, I think I have evaded the proximal consequences of my actions. Once again.
I shall walk the path. There is a descent.
Nerd.
I don't know, I'm just going to leave him right there, I think.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dark area. Oh, hello now. This seems important. Damn it, I didn't mean to take the paper. I wanted to read the paper. Shit.
Who's there?
Not all the way in the dark.
Hello?
That guy's going to discover the unconscious body. Well, is what it is. Nope, this is the tip. Greater Mage Kaylee's message. Brothers, since the night's performance in the Creative Garden has been culled, I intend to spend these dark hours in quiet study among the volumes of the Grand Library. Should anyone desperately need access to Dubidge's sepulchre tonight, consider spending the time to rescue the second key from its immurement in our basement lab, before disrupting my deserved repose. The second key from its immurement in our basement lab. So I did find the second copy of this key in the basement. Mm-hmm. Was that area a lab?
What is that?
Yep, he's alerted.
I know you're around here somewhere.
Don't you dare head directly toward me.
Show yourself.
I shall be very cross indeed. I don't know what I'll do about it. The guy is coated in armor like the fucking T-1000, but I shall be cross. I don't like this. He keeps kind of pointing the crossbow directly at me. All he would have to do is like sneeze. Okay, I think he's given up looking in here. All right, well, I guess let's just see if the keys work here, right? We do have 2 copies of the master key. No, neither one of them works. So there are 2 different keys to this thing, and we know the theoretical location of one of them.
Oh, well,
A
that's
basement lab,
right.
and this is where Dubidge's necklace is going to be. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume the lockpicks probably are not going to be. No. Yeah,
All right.
right. I mean, it would be weird for it to be 2 copies of the same key, right? I wasn't really expecting that to be functional. But that is a problem now, a new problem. This guy, also a huge problem. And can I tell you what else is... Oh.
What is that?
Is he being surprised by the same body all over again? I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's in lurching around mode. All right. No, maybe not. He didn't stay in angry mode for very long, at least. I'm going to go over and grab the body just in case and move it to a more shadowy position.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
As soon as he's out of here. I mean, these
So I guess
positions are all equally shadowy. It's just that he gets too close to this one. Okay.
so basement.
Yeah. But actually, prior to that, I suddenly need to go to the bathroom very badly. So I'm going to pause the recording. We'll be right back, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, oh, apparently this is
Don't
not a
worry. I'll find you.
not a safe place to crouch. Oh, wait, that's lit.
Ah.
The perfect silence of the crossbow. Lootable. I got him. I've turned him into an infinite ammo fountain. You fool.
It's so weird.
Ow, that's my face.
It's so weird that the crossbow fires arrows.
It is. It's very weird. Those are traditional broadhead arrows.
Damn. Lost him.
That's right, you have lost him. Along
Come and
with
fight me.
your head.
You're up.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
What does he do? Okay. His evasive pattern is incredible. Well, I'll take it. Okay, so this is just this room. Well, I know where we are now. So we were headed in this general direction the whole time. We just ended up taking a very roundabout way to get here. I'm going to quick load because I didn't mean for all that to occur.
Yeah.
And I'm blaming my need to go to the bathroom on all,
No,
for all of that.
I understand.
Here's the thing about estrogen.
Yeah.
You know, lots of upsides. Lots of upsides. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I would give it a 5-star review for sure. But, a couple years on estrogen and your bladder no longer accepts votes. It's just like it is the boss of the systems and timing. So okay, we need to go back into the laboratory, find a key, and then the way the note was worded. By the way, 1803.
1803.
Intend to spend these quiet, dark hours in quiet study among the volumes of the Grand Library. Should anyone desperately need access to the sepulchre, consider spending the time to rescue the second key from its immurement in our basement lab. So, it sounds like the other key is on Kaylee in the Grand Library,
Okay.
which we may or may not be able to access with this master key. It's not 100% clear, and I don't want to get any closer to this door before this guy comes through. Could you just hurry? Thank you. Okay. So we're headed in the general direction of the basement. Again.
Yeah.
The re-basementing. So what do we have here as far as... So that goes to the kitchen. There is a door labeled basement right here. Maybe the kitchen is not the... Like, maybe those areas don't connect, even though they should theoretically be on the same floor. There's a nice shadow here. So that basement door should be, like... We're here.
Okay.
So I don't actually see a door there, but it must be like down on this side. That's the basement door. Okay. So this is the basement then, because this is the area we came through. All right, well, I guess let's just look for a room that looks like a lab. I guess we managed to miss the one particular important room.
Yeah.
Probably lots of other stuff too, obviously. We could crawl through the vents. We'll give that some consideration. Where is a lab in which I have missed a key? These rooms are certainly not the labs. I mean, I don't think... Did we go through here?
I remember going into the little vent, and I don't remember really exploring the rest very much.
Yeah, but the vent gave us vision into a lot of the rooms.
Yeah.
That does mean I didn't actually go into all of them, though. That is a fair point. Are there... It doesn't look like there's any stuff stashed in with the barrels. Those cups are not loot cups. right click is not set down gently. There is a set down gently button, but it's different. Alright, well, we know this is like the chef's private quarters.
Okay.
This just goes up. Do we have a representation of the basement? No. Well, what do you think? I don't know that any of these rooms have struck me as particularly lab-like. And then this is just the big dining room again. I guess to get back into the vent...
This is another case where the verisimilitude of the map thing kind of... I'd rather have a map tell me where I was. You know.
Okay, here's a list of deliveries expected this week. As always, make sure to note which of these have been received. Grains, fruit, scrolls, astral rock, decorative carpets, pipeweed. The scented candles, sadly, did not come in. I don't know if we're supposed to make something of this. I'd like to remind you that the docks shift also includes lunch and dinner. The docks must be watched at all times, lest last month's incident happens again. Okay, just a schedule. Oh, alright. This might be something. Yeah, this... Okay. This is giving me more of a lab type feeling. Don't know that we need that elevator necessarily. So where does this staircase connect to? Okay. So we have been in this stairwell before. We just never went all the way down. Well, certainly not after we had the key.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Boy, it sure does feel like these stairwells go on forever, even when you have just been through them. Yeah, this is neat. This is a cool arcane laboratory vibe. Here's somebody talking about man thingies, which is perhaps concerning. There's definitely... Ah. Indeed.
Me find you soon.
Okay, that's something. So something's going on there.
That's the whole situation.
Is he stuck on a gelatinous creature of some kind, or is I don't know what that's supposed to be. The stereo separation is going nuts. Well, I hate to be like, hey, it's not human shaped, we should kill it. But I do sort of wonder. Yeah. I'm in real darkness here. Let's see if it's responsive to a kabong. Okay, walking across books is perfectly silent. Not in my experience. Alright, critically important keys. And dragon. That latest test was very satisfactory, but unfortunately not quite good enough. The astral rock fragment that was retrieved from Roxburgh, which I guess is where it would be, is the key to understanding the telluric energies of this place. Of that, I am sure of. Sure of it, that. We need only dispel the fog of mystery, and all of the secrets of this land will be revealed to us. I know you have doubts regarding Mage Jabiris's presence. He is obviously one of Carino's spies, that parasite. But until I can send him away, you will have to make do with him. Just make sure you only feed him breadcrumbs so he does not report our discovery to that old snake. Okay. There's wizard drama, wizard espionage going on. We got
That's
the key
pretty alright.
that we were after. I'm also just, you know...
Hide.
He does seem to be completely stuck on some kind of garbage on the floor.
Alright, well, that's one key.
Oh, okay. And then here we are. Well, so he said find the second key rather than interrupting me, right?
Yeah.
So that makes me feel like one of the keys, like the way that's
Why
worded.
are there two locks?
I agree with you. That's concerning. The way that's worded doesn't make sense if you actually need his key, right?
Yeah.
But this game, there are a number of places where it struggles with the English. Of that, I am sure of. So maybe we do still need them both. This is labeled second sepulcher key. I'm gonna guess it probably only unlocks one of these and the note's wrong. Yeah. That makes the most sense. It's just annoying that it's written that way. Okay.
Oh, well, maybe it's because the monster's in the basement and the monster's cordoned off.
Uh-huh.
That's why I said rescue the key.
Yeah.
So, like, before you bother me, go get the key from the monster's room. 'Cause you
Okay.
can't get in
Not
anyway.
before you bother me as in so that you won't need to, but before you bother me as in like literally before, because you're going to have to bother me anyway.
Yeah.
That's bizarre, but I suppose.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's good, but
Really, dude?
Arrow for you.
What a fun patrol path you have that always leads you to exactly wherever I am.
you are very loudly eating that apple. Though.
Yes, I was.
I feel like that one's on you.
No. No one
They
can hear you eat.
throughout the castle.
No one can hear you eat an apple in Thief. Some things that are loud are actually silent. That's just the way of things.
Okay, so do we know where the Grand Library is?
I am theorizing that it's at the top of that staircase, where there was an interactable door, but we couldn't open it.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Hey, cool. Free books. So we just got to get back there. And I do remember approximately how to do that once this guy is no longer chasing me. Because the stairs up there are even labeled to library.
Windows.
Remember, because we came in and we came into the stables.
Right.
So we are hereabouts. We just need to cross the entire lower courtyard again. No big deal. The guy is still hunting for us, it sounds like. Okay, we can do our cross down here, and I did knock out a couple of guards down here, so it should, in theory, be a little bit easier. Uh-oh. There is the one heavily armored guard that I did not knock out. So that should also go to the baths. That's interesting. How have I not encountered that door yet? Okay, he's headed back. Damn it, and of course the key disappears. I do hear people sounds in here. Yep.
Something is amiss.
You got me. It is so hard to walk over a downed person in this game.
I mean, in any generally though, right?
No?
It's not hard to walk over a person that's on
No,
the,
just
on
like
the
what?
ground?
Just like, do you pick your feet up when you walk?
But you have to step over. Like it is more difficult than walking without a person there.
Okay, but Hume won't do it. It's like it's a wall,
Hume
a
is
short,
very old.
a short
I
wall that you
assume-
can climb.
I assume the way Hume makes noises when he falls, when he jumps, when he drinks water, I assume he's like 80.
Yeah, that's fair. And when we meet him, he has been in prison for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't look young in the art. I'm going. Okay. So we just gotta get. Where is the? Is this it? I think this is it. This is it for sure.
I heard the horsies.
Okay, so this is to the normal library, but obviously we have the keys for this. Let me close that again for the moment. So the place the door that I'm talking about was at the top of some very tall stairs.
Yeah.
And I would like to find that again, even though that door is somewhere and interesting. I guess, though, it looks like this room is completely separated from the space above it. Maybe I took a wrong turn somewhere, because this does not actually seem to be... It might be the right spot, but it's not the spot I was thinking of, and so I'm curious if I can find the... Curious if I can find the spot I was thinking of. Hey, this is cool free stuff, including a health potion.
Well, the stairs weren't. I mean, you got to that staircase from the basement. You got to that the big spiral staircase you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're looking? Like you got to there from leaving the basement at one point.
No, we haven't been back to
No?
these stairs since we came in, and we got to them from walking
Okay.
across a chain.
Okay.
If you'll
Never
remember.
mind. Okay.
Actually, is this? No, this is the window. This is the chain. Huh, I thought these were higher up. I don't know. This is the door then. I just thought I remembered it being higher up. All right, let's have a look. If we can find that sepulcher key around here somewhere, we're pretty close to done. Where are we at on loot value? 1867. So yeah, pretty close, pretty close. I know I saw at least one person walking around over here. There are a lot of, again, undisturbable lights in this area. They really, really, really don't want us having control of the light on this level. Tell you what, I'd really like for that person to come back, because I don't want to do this with them walking around if we can avoid it.
Yeah, those are good horse noises. I really
Yeah, they are.
appreciate the horse voice acting. Do you have a favorite horse in fiction?
Ooh. The horse from Shadow of the Colossus, maybe?
Okay,
Aggro?
yeah, that's a good horse.
Aggro is a hero and a champion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of other famous horses. I mean, there's what?
Well,
Like,
Shadowfax.
sure, Shadowfax.
There's Horace Horsecollar. He's just an asshole, though.
Okay.
The reason why he didn't take off.
You might say the same for Shadowfax. Shadowfax, famously, Shadowfax was always big time in the extras on set.
Yeah.
Oh, we were in the library area. This is where all the cool shit is. So they do make it a place that you have to go to.
Okay.
It's just I got turned around into the library
Was a false vision.
accidentally while running.
Oh, there's another guy right there.
This is the Archmage. We got the key. That's the key.
Okay. Excellent.
That dude should pay more attention to his surroundings. That guy is a terrible guard. Just gonna dump your ass on the stairwell here. And then I'm going back because I saw a note on the wall and I want to read it.
Comet the super horse, though isn't technically a horse. It's sometimes a horse.
Adepts and guards. The elemental magic tamed within these meditation chambers are fragile. The chambers are... Okay. English is...
The elemental magic
are
Okay.
fragile. A lot of people find English mystifyingly difficult. I'm not necessarily trying to talk shit. You know, like it's a complicated language for sure.
Yeah.
And are not to be trifled with, either by inexperienced or profane hands. Of concern recently has been a game among the guardsmen in which a few undermatured fellows found childish delight in seeing who could put their hands closest to the molten stone of the flame chamber. Such misadventure will not be tolerated, and culprits of these acts will find themselves instantly evicted from our halls. The gentle purity of these sacred forces will not bear violation. Okay, so I just, like, really embarrassed them, though, by hauling ass at an incredible speed through their magical sanctum while basically, like, whooping like Dr. Zoidberg. Which is to say, to some degree, whooping like Curly.
Okay.
It's a complicated thicket of references being navigated there. The thing is, we got to get Dubidge's amulet, but I'm concerned that it's not going to be enough trade value. Like we're still short some. So I guess we'll see. All right. Let's get out of here, back across over to there. That guard is never going to catch us. But the guard out here might. What are you saying? What's weird?
Oh, it was weird seeing the word misadventure. 'Cause I'm used to it being used in the legal sense.
Is he going for this door? I thought he went the other way. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah, so
All
I'm
right.
not used to seeing it otherwise. But English is it is a complicated language with lots of words with connotations and whatnot.
Well, it's just like it's a carnival of nonsense in a very real sense, because it is a sort of like a Germanic. It's a Romance language with a lot of stolen Germanic grammar and.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, I'd call it a Germanic language with stolen romance.
Fuck you. Not you.
Take
Okay.
that!
That guy saw through the dark a little bit more than I was expecting he was going to. But if he follows us through that door, then we can just run around behind here. Yeah, I think you're right. There's more Germanic stuff in the roots, and the romance stuff is more at the top. I think you're right. The important thing is,
It's a mishmash.
it is a mishmash. It does sort of follow other languages home at night, and then blackjack them and go through their pockets for loose grammar.
I'll take that. And that's what I love about it, you know.
Oh, that's another considerable importance mage type character over there. You can tell the important ones. They got a big staff. Oh no! The timing.
Yeah, I like the way in which English.
Wait a second. Is he about to open the thing? Nope.
In which English is a living language, and
No
it's hard to pin it
our
down.
sanctum and makes fools of us. Your death is assured.
Nerd.
Ooh. He has a bag. I want it. Fuck it. I'm taking his whole body. We'll set him over here out of the way, and then I will rob him. How do I get his pouches? Yeah, there we go. It's like completely under him. How much value is in that pouch? Okay, that one was considerable. That was like 100 by itself.
Wow.
Important lessons. So we got a second here before the other guard comes back. Nope, not that long. This really sucks. This guy's patrol being so tight and him walking essentially directly on top of the door is really crummy. That combined with the way the thief, inventory system works.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our 2 keys ready. Once he leaves, I need to move across. I need to periodically toggle from one key to the other, because if you don't press any inventory buttons, it will put away your inventory item.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah, that really is like were I to work on some kind of extension for the engine to improve its capabilities, the number one thing I would do is your inventory stays open until you close it.
Come out and you'll be full of holes soon! That's it!
Boy, he was waiting for that to occur.
It was pretty loud.
It was pretty loud, but they don't usually hear things like that. Like, most of the loud things you do are perfectly silent. Okay, well, this is a pretty grandiose basement.
Yeah. I suppose there's a question of what sounds that we do that are loud are actually diegetic and what are there to give us, the player, feedback.
Yeah, because like the loud ass, like eating and drinking sounds are not occurring in the world. They're not occurring in the space. Although it seems like they obviously should be. Hume eats apples much more loudly than he does basically anything else.
Gotten a tidy sum of money out of it.
Oh my god, it's doing the thing. I can't.
Oh no, it's the final trap.
Hold on, if I close this, actually, yeah, that might. Nope, that has prevented me from. So we can't leave while I'm walking because I'm too tall and my head gets stuck in. It's not obvious, but there is like a lowered edge to this.
Okay,
so I have to crouch and then I have to hold jump until it catches on something and lets us climb out while we're in the crouch state.
So it's a free fan-made thing. I've tried.
This isn't their. This isn't their fault. Well, I mean, like the engine part isn't their fault. Building this. There we go.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Playtesting, folks. That's.
Yeah, building this asset in this way is definitely their fault. Nope, that didn't help, because I can get off that side, but then you can't get out that way because it's too narrow. There we go. God damn it. Is there like a hidden gem up here or something? Can you help me out a little, just like a little bit?
No, it's just there to trap you.
And Dubridge's amulet is not worth anything monetarily because, as Hume points out, we are not selling it. So
You know what it is?
I still need
Is it-
18 value worth of loot before we're allowed to leave.
Because this probably came out, and we were still doing the first Thief playthrough when this came out, probably.
I don't know.
I bet they
know
saw
it was
the episode where you got stuck in the toilet, and they were like, "What can we do?"
This is the best. This is the most powerful trap I've ever seen in this engine. Okay, so we just need to find one piece of loot. Almost any piece of loot that we have not yet laid hand to.
Okay. Well, that's a little silly, but
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I wonder about the elemental tower. I think we have not been thorough in that elemental area. The library tower. Making sure that we checked every surface everywhere that we go until we find something. I mean, you know, when we finish the level, it's going to turn out there was $6 million worth of stuff that we didn't pick up, right?
yeah.
So it's not going to be... It can't be all that hard to find a little bit more.
I mean, we said that in the first Thief game when we spent an hour off camera looking for one piece of loot, and then there was still so much of it left.
Yeah. All right, let's try in here. I think this might be the door that we saw through the window there. It was indeed. Come on, just like something, anything. Well, these are rooms we have been in, obviously. Aha! A plate. Okay, so now we have to return to your entry point as ever, which I guess we're going to do via that chain, because that's how I know how to do it. Hey, look, it's a guard. We're just going to disregard him. Okay. I guess at this point, it wouldn't matter if we fell, because we just fall into the moat, and then I know how to surface. We put the blackjack away.
What's that? What was that?
Never mind, I am not done blackjacking people. Don't fall forward. Save you from lighting your beautiful leggings on fire.
Oh, I forgot you had done that.
I also forgot about the potted plant. Oh, look at that. There's some coins I hadn't grabbed.
You probably land on that. Yeah.
Okay, and now we're like out on the street where we're allowed to be. At which point, the game really ought to call it good. Do you remember exactly where we started?
I don't.
We did have an old castle basement thing. It was before, it was the very first page of maps, before all the other maps. Okay. So we just came down over here, so we want to go forward and hang to the right.
So, what did you think of this mission?
It was fine.
Yeah, I think the one before was a much stronger design, but...
I mean, okay, it was better than fine. I do think this was a pretty good mission. I think, yeah, the one before is like for sure better, but the one before is really like a high point, really extraordinary work. This one was a pretty decent sneak in and steal stuff from rich people type mission. Definitely not up here.
And this was the 9th one, right? So we have one more to go?
There is, I believe, one more mission. There's red stuff all over the ground, but it's just flower petals, right?
Sure.
Pretty sure it's not blood. Pretty sure there's not blood all over our path out of here. I remembered that guard. That was the guard where I rubbed the arrow all over his face, and remarkably, he reacted to that. All right, let's see here. Oops, that was the wrong button. I meant to click stats, sorry.
That's all right. It was time for the profane to act. With anguish and dread, we could do nothing but observe and chronicle. We could do nothing but observe and chronicle the conclusion of this deathly chapter.
It's funny. I always saw myself elsewhere by the time my life would come to an end. I guess it's time to make things right while I can. Azaran has started a ritual of some kind. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have much time left. I need to use the artifacts on that statuette. They should, hopefully, deflect the spell and put an end to this madness. I have no idea if this will even work, but I don't want to waste the last hours I have doing nothing. My strength is falling away as fast as those hammer gears turn, but I am determined to see this through. Let's go.
That is for sure the kind of music Hume listens to.
Yeah.
Okay, we did it. Amabel. We found the Black Parade.
Okay.
This would be a great place to make a lyric joke if I had listened to the song again enough to know any of the words. All right, this is it. If the treacherous keepers can be trusted in their translation of Abubtiar's tablets, you hope that the 3 mage artifacts you possess will sever your accursed brand. The treacherous keepers, are they... I mean, I feel like they're... Okay. Never mind. Not worth arguing about. So, what are we going to be allowed to spend our gold on before we head in here? Also, where exactly is it going to put us, I wonder? So we have the ritual instructions. We have some money. I definitely want both the fire arrows. We are potentially going to be up against a bunch of undead, right? So fire arrows and mines, I think, are both high priority. You can really show a zombie who's boss with a mine. They are not good at avoiding them. And then maybe, like, in case we get some holy water, some water arrows. I could bring some holy water instead of in case. But we'd have to not bring something else. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's worth it to drop what? So fire arrow kills a lot of undead in one hit. Like, the benefit of the holy water is that if a couple of zombies are close together, you could potentially get them both with a single vial, provided you have enough water arrows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like super great. It's going to be a little harder to double kill with the mine, probably. It's going to come down to luck a lot, I think. All right, we'll do it like this. Let me create a save here. And then I'm going to see... where is the last autosave? Because I would like to see the stat screen of this, if we can.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, this is easy enough.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Hey, dumbass. I just bounced that clean off his dome. He did not notice.
That's pretty funny.
I am taking these coins. These are my coins. We all know that, I think. Whatever. I lived. I really was expecting Hume to sort of catch himself on that that balcony, and instead he just sort of sailed effortlessly over it in a way that's very unhumely. I'm not sure why that dude started freaking out as we ran past. The scripting for all their town behaviors and stuff must be pretty complicated. I bet it bugs out here and there.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's get that stat screen. All right. Yep, 2034 loot out of 3827. Well, we got more than half, technically, slightly.
Why is the innocent? Why is it always innocent? You, in no mission are you allowed to kill an innocent.
Well, that's because of the difficulty level we're on, though.
Oh, okay.
You are absolutely allowed to kill innocents on easy as much as you want. And then they just don't adjust this for the difficulties. Yeah, okay, so that's the stats. That's where we landed for the penultimate mission. It is almost time. The set of instructions we're given for this last mission was very short, but I'm expecting that we're gonna go in there and something horrible is gonna happen, right? So when you come back next time, I suppose, come back girded for magical nonsense. Some kind of nightmare horror stuff is going to occur. I'm sure of it. And we'll see you then.
Bye.